Are you thinking about investing in mobile home parks? There's really 4 main things that you need to consider before you get started. In this episode, I'm going to walk you through those 4 main things, and then at the end, I'm actually going to give you where you can go to learn how to get your first deal done. The number one thing that you need to consider before you start investing is your reason why you want to buy mobile home parks. For many, they want to buy mobile home parks for retirement purposes. They might have a career or business now, and what they're trying to do is build up income and income source so that when they quit their job, the income still keeps coming in. For others, they're just looking to invest passively as an investor with the cash that they already have. We'll talk a little bit more about passive investing a little bit later on in this episode. I also see a lot of business owners and high-paid employees looking for tax advantages that real estate can provide, and mobile home parks can do that. A lot of times the depreciation that they get from the real estate is actually worth the investment in itself. If you're already investing in real estate, maybe you're just looking to diversify your portfolio. You might have apartments or single-family homes or retail or office or industrial, and you're looking for another niche property type to invest in. Another reason why real estate investors might be looking at mobile home parks is they want to scale up. They might have those single families, the duplexes, the triplexes, or small apartments or something like that, and they're looking to be able to do bigger deals. Why? Because bigger deals means bigger money. And so mobile home parks can definitely do that for you as well. Regardless of the reason of why you want to invest in mobile home parks, you have to know what it is, because the reason that you're going to do it is going to determine the strategy of how you go about doing it. The number 2 thing that you need to consider before investing in mobile home parks is the money. And I know you hear people talking about no money down, you don't need any cash to buy real estate. Well, the truth is you don't necessarily have to have all the cash, but the cash has got to come from somewhere. So let's start thinking about where that cash equity is going to come from to do these deals. A common place that people get the cash is kind of obvious. They have it set aside in a savings account, waiting for a rainy day, and now they're going to take that cash and they're going to invest it in cash flowing assets like mobile home parks. Another account that many people don't realize they can use is their investment accounts. Some of your accounts are going to be eligible to roll over to a self-directed account like a self-directed IRA or a self-directed 401k. You can invest that money in many different asset types, including real estate. I recommend that you get some good guidance on that from a professional, but this is an untapped source of capital that many people don't realize they can touch. You might have some money, but not enough money to do the deals that you want to do. So one thing that I recommend that you consider is partnering with other investors to pool your money together and each take different roles in the deal. And that way you can buy bigger properties and also get some help. We're going to talk more about partners in the next one. A lot of people decide that they want to have an active role and they want to go out and they want to raise passive capital from passive investors. And you can do that too. The one thing about that is I would highly recommend you get with a securities attorney to make sure that you're raising capital properly. You can get yourself in a lot of trouble with the SEC if you don't do it the right way. And it's not that difficult if you know the rules of engagement. One of the reasons why I like raising capital is because it allows you to go outside of what you and your close friends or business partners have accessible. You can actually scale your portfolio as large as you want because you're able to go out and build an investor base that invests in your deals. All right, if you haven't hit the subscribe button on this channel yet, why not? It's totally free and it's going to keep the mobile home park investing content coming your way each and every week. There's absolutely no reason not to subscribe, so do it now. Number 3, time. Something that we all have very little of, and so you really need to gauge how much available time you have in your current schedule. If you've got a full-time job or a full-time business, then we're gonna have to get creative. Let's team up. Or maybe I'm good at acquisitions and you're good at construction, or there's many different variations of that. But I highly recommend that if you're gonna bring on a partner to help you offset your time, they should also be good at opposite things that you are. That way, you guys are more productive. I've seen quite a few partnerships go bad, and a lot of times the reason is because they're both good at the same thing. They both want to do the same thing, so they step on each other's toes constantly, and it creates issues. The best part about having partners is that it leverages your time so you can have your full-time job or business and still be productive and buy the real estate that you're trying to buy. If you decide to do this venture on your own and not have partners, I highly recommend that you work on blocking off your time throughout your week so that you actually make the time to do what is needed in order to get the deals done that you want to. This isn't going to happen overnight and it's not going to be easy, but if you schedule a certain amount of time to do the important things, you can do it. Number 4, where are you going to find the deals? Now, this is where number 1 really kicks in, your why. Because if your goal is to become a passive investor, you're going to find deals in a different way than if you plan on being an active investor. As a passive investor, it's pretty straightforward. You need to go out and you need to network with other sponsors and general partners of deals, and they're going to source the deal and you're going to invest alongside them. As an active investor, most people go and start networking with brokers because brokers are actually reaching out to the owners and helping them market their property when they're ready to sell. The best part about brokers is that they're leveraging your efforts, right? So they're doing all the marketing and they're spending the time and effort to find the deals. The bad part about brokers is they typically help the seller sell it for a higher price than maybe you want to pay. So keep that in mind. It's a give and take. Online platforms are a great place to find deals. Places like LoopNet or Crexy or mobilehomeparkstore.com are where you're going to find a lot of listings for these deals. Another place that you could look is maybe a little bit less conventional, such as like Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and other places that maybe aren't as widely known to find mobile home parks that people put them on and nobody ever sees them. The last way to go about doing it is direct marketing. Now, the great thing about direct marketing is you get to go directly to the owners, build the relationships, and potentially get the best deals. The bad part about it is it takes time and a lot of money to do. You can do postcards, letters, cold calls, text messaging, campaigns, the list goes on, billboards, whatever you need to do to get them to contact you or you to contact them directly. One thing I recommend to anybody looking to go the direct marketing route is make sure that you've got enough money and you plan for enough time to get the results. Many people start and within 30 to 60 days, they don't feel like they've gotten the results, so they stop and everything that they did before that was a waste. It's going to take you 6, 9 to 12 months to get results from it, but over time it pays off. So you've got to stick with it and you've got to have a budget to do it. To figure out where you want to find deals, check in the description below. I put a link to another episode that I did where I go through every single one of my deals, how I found it, and then we tally up the best way to find mobile home park investments. While you're at it, drop in the comments below something that you still need to figure out before you get started investing. Maybe I can hop in there and give you some guidance on it. So now you know the 4 main things that you need to think about before you start investing in mobile home parks. It's your why, it's your time, it's your money, and where you're gonna find the deals. Now you just have to go out and do it. So I'm gonna put a video up on the screen that is gonna tell you exactly what you need to do to get your first deal done. So check that out. And if you haven't subscribed, do it. Click like if you got something out of this, and we'll see you on the next one.